Positioning is the term coined by this author describing the technique of placing yourself in close proximity to the person, place, or organization for whom you want to work and/or the position that fulfills your career goal. Positioning is a paradigm shift from the traditional job search or waiting for the job to come to you. The traditional job search is like a funnel, which is designed to funnel a large number of applicants down to a finalist or the last person standing. Positioning is where you proactively seek out the position where you are the only applicant competing for that position. Metaphorically, positioning is a process of building a bridge to your next job or position. There are 5 steps to positioning. First, determine your next job or position. Second, determine the knowledge, skill, abilities, and experiences needed for the job. Third, where and how do you obtain the knowledge, skills, abilities, and experiences for the position sought? Fourth, case the joint, find out where you want to work, who will hire you, and how can you fit into the organization. Fifth, seek out the person who can hire you. It is a one-on-one interview because you are the only applicant. Determine your next job. Consistent with your career goal, determine your next position. If you don't have a career goal, it doesn't matter. What is the next position that you seek? Sally Herr would like to become an aquatics director. Currently, she's seeking an entry-level aquatics position at the Anytown Family Center. She knows where she wants to go. If needed, string together a career goal with the 5 W's exercise, where you determine who, what, where, and possibly when you want to work. The why is not really necessary. You have determined where you want to go. Now you need to build a bridge to get you there. Think evaluation. The easiest way to determine the knowledge, skill, abilities, and experiences, or KSAEs, that you need for your next position is to find similar job announcements on the internet or within the organization. These job announcements contain the same criteria that you will need to have to obtain a position and by which you will be evaluated. Depending on the position, the criteria may be formalized also. It is that simple. And if you eventually have to go through the traditional job search process, these are the criteria by which you will be evaluated. Sally Herr obtained several job announcements and gleaned the KSAEs needed to become an aquatics instructor on her way to becoming an aquatics director. Now that you know the KSAs you need, the next step is to develop a plan to obtain them. Bridging is the process of obtaining the knowledge, skills, abilities, and experiences needed for your next job or position. Now that Sally Herr knows what KSEs she needs to obtain them. Fortunately, she has all the KSAEs except the familiarity with the aquatics manual, which is usually proprietary. Make a simple KSAE completion table. Think evaluation. List in the left column the KSAs needed. In the second column, list where and how you will complete them. In the third column, indicate when it will be completed, and in the fourth column, add a checkoff box when completed. The minimum age requirement and being familiar with the AFC Aquatics Manual is not really applicable. As noted, Sally needs very little bridging to prepare her for the next positions she is seeking. Casing the join is finding out everything you can about the industry or field, the organization, the people in the organization, the position you seek, and who can hire you. Sally Herr wants to work at the Anytown Family Center in an aquatics position and eventually become an aquatics director. She checks out their aquatics program on their website. She determines where she could potentially fit in. She determines that the aquatics director Raymond Smith can hire her with the final approval of Mr. Munchak, the executive director. This information will help you sell yourself in your communications and in the one-on-one interview. In the one-on-one interview, seek out the person who can hire you, interview with them, and develop a position for you within the organization. The one-on-one interview is the culmination of Sally's efforts and is reflected in her email to Raymond Smith. In the first paragraph, she states her business. She is seeking an aquatics position with the AFC. She wants to be there. Reflected in the second paragraph, she has developed and obtained the knowledge, skills, abilities, and experiences that she will need to obtain her career goal and to be an attractive employee within the organization. She has cased the joint and determined what she can do for the AFC and whom she needs to contact within the organization. When you read her sales pitch in the second paragraph, she merges her KSAEs and her review from casing the joint to make her points. She understands the management culture and can contribute with her aqua zumba, swimming instruction, and being an assistant coach of the swim team that went to the state championships. Her skillfully tailored sales pitch indicates what she can do for them. When Sally had her one-on-one interview with Raymond Smith, the interview echoed the points made in her email. Ray replied and offered Sally a position with the AFC. His points reflect those she made in her email and when interviewed. Sally was the only person interviewed. She competed against herself. Given how she positioned herself, these are generally good odds for employment. In summary, positioning is a paradigm shift where you go after the position rather than waiting for it to come to you. Supporting this approach is that 50% to 70% of the job positions are not fully advertised. First, determine your next job or position. Next, determine the knowledge, skills, abilities, and experiences needed for that position. Think evaluation. Third, bridging determines a plan to obtain the needed KSAEs. Fourth, case the joint and familiarize yourself with the organization. Last, seek out the person who can hire you with the one-on-one interview. With positioning, you can build a bridge to your next job or position.